Throughout history, there have been events that have altered the course. In 1914, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand led to the beginning of World War I. The attack on Pearl Harbor thrusted the U.S. into entering World War II. 5 years after the end of World War II, North Korean troops crossed the 38th parallel and the Korean War began. A year after its conclusion, the 1954 Geneva Conference was held to settle issues from the Korean and First Indochina Wars. The resulting accords unfortunately proved to be short-lived and would eventually lead to the escalation of the Vietnam War. I think the one thing we can all agree on is that there will always be something that will test us. When history is happening, it is difficult to determine the impact and effects it will have during the moment. However, history has also shown that our ability to come together to face them is inspiring, and I believe greatly represented by those who have served in the armed forces.
I had a great career. It was great knowing, working, experiencing all the different aspects, working with the different branches. And not just that, but the people that you work with. I had a great group of guys and gals that, we went to combat together. I took them there, I brought them home, and some didn't make it home. But knowing that, that we served together, it was a great honor. It's still a great honor.
So, live in a tiny town. There's like 3 good jobs without a degree. I did them all, and I was just miserable. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to move on with my life, and it just kind of clicked. The military gives you options. There's so many options by joining the military, what it can open up for you, depending on the job. So I decided then and there that I needed direction in my life, and the best direction I could get would be the military.
You look at recent history, and Operation Desert Storm was announced 30 years ago. 20 years ago, the attacks on the World Trade Center and Pentagon were carried out. Like generations before, people from all walks of life stepped up to answer the call. Regardless of their beliefs, these individuals once wrote a blank check to defend the nation. For me, not only is it one of the highest forms of service, but to set aside your own interest to defend a set of ideals, help, and give people at home or abroad hope is one of the greatest honors, and absolutely worth it.